You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show.
Joe Cronin Show.
A wrestling podcast with attitude.
This show is not for the weak at heart, but your audience is only. Call the show 339-226-6610.
I have a lot of things I want to get off my chest. Give me a hell yeah! But to be the man, you gotta beat the man. It's some of the most brutal contest this sport has ever known.
The Joe Cronin Show is brought to you by WrestleCrate. WrestleCrate.com. Use the coupon code JOESENDME for 10% off the month subscription box. And now it's time for The Joe Cronin Show.
Wrestling right here on The Joe Cronin Show. And all you shit bums, don't forget to donate in the box below.
You know it.
We all know Joe. You take that money.
What is up, wrestling fans? What is up, YouTube fans? What is going on? Today, we are going to talk about WWE, how we may have booked WrestleMania 32, how WrestleMania 32 is booked. And I also want to take a quick second to again shout out Tommy NC 2010. I'll be on his show tonight. Longtime co-host of my show. The support for Tommy NC that is pouring in around the YouTube community. And I'm talking about people with millions of subscribers seeing the bullshit that has gone on. Seeing the bullfuck that has gone on. And they're not taking it anymore. In fact, the videos that are coming out are unbelievably supportive. I support everybody on YouTube, to be honest, and even some of the people that are doing the satire hates and things like that. Everybody should have freedom of speech, and so should I, because if you say something I don't like, I have the right to tell you to fuck off as well, just as much as you have a right to make a piece of shit video. So that's how the internet works. And now we're live for State of the WWE episode number 55, and I'm here with Devious Dave Rose.
That you are, Joe Cronin.
Justin Bailey from the Best There Is podcast. I also want to shout out to Tommy NC 2010 because last night he wasn't sure if he was going to make a video. We talked and I said, tell everybody how you feel because he was so upset. I said, tell people. And you know what? He had 4,900 subs. He has 10,000 subs now. He gained 5,000 subs overnight. And I couldn't be more proud of Tommy NC 2010 who's been on Tosh.0. He's been on MTV. And he's never had this juggernaut of subs and people pouring in support and likes.
Until he came on to the Joe Cronin Show.
Well, there you go. But Tommy, I'll be on your show tonight. We'll see you then. But let's get into this wrestling. Jesse's here with us too as well. I also want to throw a quick, almost public announcement myself because I seem to have stuck up for Tommy NC 2010. And in doing that, I wanted to make sure that you understand that I'm going to stick up for Devious Dave Rose as well because although we like to rib Dave Rose, and we all had a lot of fun, and we don't agree with certain things on the show, that doesn't mean that Dave Rose is a racist, because he absolutely is not a racist, because if Devious Dave Rose was a fucking racist, number one, he wouldn't have an Uncle Bill who was black that he loved. Number two, he wouldn't have kissed multiple black women. And number three, I wouldn't let him on my fucking show. So the idea that I would have a racist on my show is fucking unacceptable to say. We can fuck around with Devious Dave Rose, but if you want to get real with him and say this, then I don't agree with that at all. And I just want to tell you that although me and Devious Dave Rose don't agree on everything, he certainly is not a racist because he wouldn't be here. That's all I wanted to say. We're probably going to fight tomorrow, but I just want to make sure that that's known. Anyway, we're ready to go. Devious Dave Rose, Justin Bailey from the Best There Is podcast. Jesse's here, I'm here, and everybody else is going strong. Yeah, hit me up on Twitter at Joe Cronin Show. WrestleMania 32 booking. Do you think we probably could have maybe booked this thing better? One of the only things that I wouldn't.
Much better. Much better.
Much
Should we
better?
go through the card right now?
Let's go through the
Should
card.
I let you know what the card is?
Let's obsess over the card until WrestleMania. I'm dead serious.
Start from the underbelly, though.
I'm
Let's
trying.
work the way up.
I'm not going to go through the rumors, which are potential matches. We'll talk about those in a second. Let's start from the bottom up.
Sure.
Callisto versus Ryback for the United States Champion match. Please, God, be on the pre-show.
Okay, so wait a minute. Callisto and Ryback, I would think is on the pre-show. Hey, did I hear today, by the way?
So.
Oh, what?
Let's hope so, because everything I'm reading right now doesn't say that.
Oh, really? Well, I heard that they're gonna fucking air the thing on the USA Network too. Have you seen this news?
Yes, I've
That's
seen the
news to
news
me.
that the pre-show is going to air on the USA Network like it used to back in the day, which is awesome, by the way.
But it's going to be on the network as well?
I'm assuming. Because do you remember on the pay-per-view channel, they used to air the pre-shows
They did.
Well, because they'll
to
be
try to help get people to want to buy it.
Well, this will be
I do remember that, actually, Justin.
well, if you have the network, which is free, you can watch it for free. So the WWE's figured this out. Even though the network is free, some people still don't get over there to watch it. So they'll cover all their bases because the WWE knows there's going to be 500,000 to 1 million people who don't watch the network that day, but they would watch on USA for some reason. And I think those are the casual fans. So they're going after those real casual fans and the younger fans too that will say, "Mommy, Daddy, please, the WWE Network. Mommy, Daddy, please, order." You know what I mean?
Daddy, can I have another squash match?
And by the way, I say that because when I was a little kid, I did that. I said, "Mommy,
I did
Daddy."
that too, actually.
You know, you beg your parents, like, "Can we please order this?" You don't understand. And they go, "That's stupid. I'm not paying for that." And you got to really grind them out. And you have to be prepared as a 13-year-old or a 12-year-old kid to grind at your parents. And if you see that 1 hour on the USA Network, you want that thing so bad that you will go to battle with your parents to get that pay-per-view. But had you not seen the USA Network, that 1 hour tease, you may have just moved on to something else as a kid. It literally sells you as a kid to beat down your parents to get the fucking thing. So...
Oh, but the satisfaction when you finally got that was just great, where you could sit down and know that you were able to watch something that was just not usually available to you. It was a great victory, I remember.
Yeah, they were great battles. And I lost one of them. I lost WrestleMania 10 and had to get it on tape from my uncle.
I remember one I won was the King of the Ring 2002 that Brock Lesnar won. Because I remember seeing the pre-show, and that was back then when they made really good themes for all the pay-per-views and stuff, and it just looked really badass. And I just remember watching it, and I won the battle. I was like, "Yes, please order this," and I got it.
Right. I agree with you, man. That is a great battle that you won. Then what WrestleMania again?
It was King of the Ring 2002.
Oh, King of the Ring. Okay.
That's one that really sticks out in my mind that I fought for to the closest one to now. But now, is this pre-show going to air on the USA Network and the pay-per-view channel like it used to? Like, because I'm going to be ordering the actual pay-per-view from the provider. So, like, how is that? I mean, obviously, I could just go to the USA Network, but are they going to air this simultaneously on the pay-per-view channel?
You know what? That's a great question.
Maybe, why not? Why wouldn't they? Because then at least isn't that crisper HD when you order it, or am I wrong?
That's one of the main reasons I think why Joe and myself are ordering it, because
I mean, is it any crisper when you order shit than it is on the normal channels?
Oh shit! I gotta tell people. Let me tell people real quick. There's no donations right now. By the way, guys, the donations are not active because we usually don't do this show live. So I just want to let you know: do not donate because then they're not going to come through. Because we do not have the donations on right now. So I don't know if anybody's done that, but let me just go check to make sure. I just want to make sure you guys know the donations are not on. Okay, good. No one's donated yet, so good. No donations are not on. Don't worry about doing it. Just enjoy the show. Save that for Monday Night Raw tomorrow night after Monday Night Raw. Let me see.
You're going to need it.
What did you say? You're going to need it?
Well, last week, I think it is a great example as to how desperate people are in regards to what's going on with WrestleMania. We're 3 weeks away now, or possibly less? Two. We're 2 weeks away.
We got 2 Raws left before WrestleMania 32.
And many people, many people have said the same thing. I have never seen a worse build-up to WrestleMania than I have this year.
Dude, this is
fucking injured.
Everybody's injured, but still, You know what I mean? They could have really ridden this thing with Roman Reigns being a heel, but again, I feel like we really are getting this delayed situation where we're going to get the Roman Reigns heel turn and everything, but they're going to do it the night after WrestleMania.
I think they're still cementing him as their Cena guy to go with still, but before
Really?
they turn him heel. Maybe. I mean, they need to make sure that he's good to go for whenever he does get better, because, I mean, obviously I think they're still going to go with him in some respect. He can make a lot of money for him.
Well, that's
He can do
crazy.
some of those dumbass WWE movies and shit. Why not? Like, he'd probably do better at that than the fucking wrestling.
You might be right. You might be right. I just don't think that if it goes...
Believe line?
Believe something. Believe that. I'll tell you what, if it's a couple weeks after WrestleMania, if it's a couple weeks after Monday Night Raw, after Mania, and they still haven't done like a heel turn with Roman, then I will be like baffled beyond belief. Like I will be just pissed off, confused, annoyed, you name it, I'll be all kinds of things.
They should do it now while there's actual organic heat for him.
That's what I mean. He's got this crazy heat. I mean, please go get some. Go get some more heat. You know, I mean, I don't understand. But you know what would be good is if Dean and Ambrose and Brock Lesnar went on last, and Roman Reigns came out and attacked Dean because he was mad that he got the final match or something. I don't know.
Yeah. You know, I just realized
Doesn't make sense, though.
The Smarks even, like, they're, you know how they usually cheer the heel when somebody goes heel? Well, with him, everyone's still going to boo him no matter what he does. So if he goes heel, there will be lots and lots of boos. There won't be, even the Smarks will be booing. Like there's, I don't know if they've had someone that organic in a while where they could really, like you said, they could use it, and they could have rode it hard this fucking time. But
yeah, I agree with the same thing. Wow, Jesus, happy. I'm sorry, my Twitter is fucking blowing up, guys. I'm sorry. This guy just sent me a video, and people are tweeting me. I guess H3H Productions, he went on a rant about Leafy, and they're like friends, I guess. And people are like, he's even calling it out, you know? Wow. And he said, you started something. So that's crazy. This thing is taking on a fucking mind of its own. I can't even see my Twitter page right now. It's going crazy. Anyway, that being said,
I want to, Dave, sorry to cut you off, Joe, but Dave said something about this being the worst build-up to WrestleMania that he could remember. Is that what you said, Dave?
That's what a lot of people are saying.
Yeah.
I would have to side with that statement just because right now, not only am I not feeling anything for this particular WrestleMania, I cannot remember any other time where it felt so lackluster.
Yeah.
I won't put it in the category of being the worst build of WrestleMania of all time. However, I will say that it is, in my book, the worst booked and built main event to a WrestleMania, being Roman Reigns and Triple H. I agree with that because Roman Reigns hasn't been here for like 75% of the time he should have been on TV. I will agree with that.
I kind of agreed with him being off.
Well, I mean, you could have... Him being off TV, I felt like could have been done a lot better. I really do.
They could have done stuff like they do with Brock Lesnar, like at least tape something.
Right.
Make him look like a badass. Do something.
They should have made some sort of like vignette package of like him trying to get better or something, you know, like outside, like, you know, just getting, you know, like, I don't know, do like the old Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels kind of promo, like when Bret was like training and running around the place. Like instead,
Really cool.
Roman Reigns just randomly shows up again and kicks the shit out of Raw while two hookers on the side of the fucking railing are trying to get over the other side so they can blow him. Like it just didn't make sense for him to be off that long.
Right.
Because he's gone through way more than that before and didn't miss 3 weeks worth of television.
He heals fast from a fake surgery. Jesus.
He heals fast from a quick surgery, is that what you said?
A fake surgery.
Fake surgery, yeah. Well, it might have been a real surgery. You know, according to them, it was a real surgery.
Repair his goddamn fucking career.
By the way, Tommy NC 2010, that video, I'm getting death threat, 162,000 views. 14,000 subs.
What?
Yeah.
It was just like 10 minutes ago. It was
It's
like
like
11,000 and 83,000
Dude, he's
views.
at 14,000 right now and 162,000 views.
That kid is, once again... Wow.
I'm going to take credit for it.
Okay, let's talk about Ryback and Kalisto.
Oh my
'cause I
God.
think Dave brought that up, and we completely just went right around it.
Yeah, because it's even that's how much people aren't going to care. Like we just are disgusted to talk about
True.
it.
What are we gonna do for the show? Are we gonna book this match? Are we gonna like rebook this without
We're like
both of these fuckers in it? Like, how are we gonna go about this?
Skip it.
It should have been. Well,
I
it doesn't
mean,
matter now because now Neville's hurt.
WrestleMania is canceled for this year, kids.
I would have said that like Adrian Neville should have been in the match, but now it doesn't matter because he's hurt. You know.
I don't know if it was Joe or if it was Dave or Jesse. One of you guys mentioned that the United States title should be built to be like the next cruiserweight kind of title, with guys like Neville and Kalisto and all these kind of lightweight / middleweight division guys could really utilize this belt and kind of bring back that old like WCW were the kings of starting up
that might have been
pay-per-views.
Dave. I remember that.
Yeah, have them compete for something. Have them
make them. Yeah, I remember when all the titles, at least in Attitude Era, like they all mattered. They had a lot of belts, and in one respect or another, they mattered.
Yeah, give them something to do. That way, they can go up with something. But Ryback is absolute horseshit. The fact that Ryback is going up against him for that title, that Cena worked so hard in a way. As much as we hate Cena worked.
Why does Kalisto even need it? I would rather give fucking Ryback that. Even if it is as a heel, having something that needs to be taken away from him.
Yeah.
But for Kalisto to hold that title, he's doing less with that title than Alberto Del Rio did.
Don't worry, Ryback will get that title.
Dude, I want him to go heel with it and just start eating food on it and shit, and like it's his coaster. Doesn't give a fuck about it.
That would be kind of funny.
That would be hilarious, dude. I will take a phone call because I feel like it. 954, what's up? You're on State of the WWE. We never take calls on State of the WWE, so this is the first.
What's up, Joe? How you guys doing tonight?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. I actually came up with an idea for that Kalisto and Ryback match.
Okay.
And it probably could be a good one. And it involves Sin Cara. Let's say at the end of the match, Ryback and Kalisto are in their match. They're like battling out. It's a good match, let's say.
Yeah.
But the referee gets taken out by Ryback by accident. And Sin Cara comes into the ring, and it looks like he's about to help Ryback or help Sin Cara or Kalisto. But then he just attacks Kalisto and then like cost him the title, and then them two have a feud going into the next pay-per-view.
Those two have a feud, and then Ryback has the title.
Question number 1: does Sin Cara get into the ring using that trampoline that's off camera?
No. He's with him. He's his manager for the match. He's just with him. He's just there to watch Kalisto in the match, and then he tosses him the title.
Do you really want to see two luchadors looking almost identical go at it?
I was just getting ready to say, you think Ryback versus Kalisto is uninteresting? You really want to see Kalisto versus Sin Cara?
He's fighting his reflection.
Well, when you think about it, it would be better than Ryback going into the next pay-per-view if they even continue this feud.
Honestly,
I'd rather see a fucking handicap match.
It would make sense because Ryback's keep on telling Kalisto, well, your partner's bringing you down, and, Sin Cara's the one that's going to bring Kalisto down by attacking him.
Let me
It'll
ask
make
you
more
a question.
sense.
Don't you think, apart from those two, that there's so many other individuals within WWE that actually deserve a chance to actually hold that title and to make it look good and have it shine? Cena did a great job, but you don't have somebody right now doing that. So don't you think that with all the smaller talent, they could actually do a good job holding that title apart from these motherfuckers?
Yeah, but they screwed it up because Vince is so freaking stupid. He messed up the whole thing. That's be the best possible ending for that match. If Kalisto has the title, that would be the best possible ending instead of giving Ryback the title by winning it fairly. It would make more sense if Sin Cara made a heel turn.
I don't think that's the best possible finish for that match. I don't think that is man, they booked that great. Sin Cara ran in and cost Kalisto the match. That was fantastic book.
No,
we need
with
tag
him,
teams.
and then the referee's down, and he comes out of nowhere and beats the crap out of Kalisto, and Ryback's just enjoying it. And then he pins him when the ref gets up, and 1, 2, 3, he wins the title. And then Ryback can freaking bury whoever the hell he wants at Extreme Rules.
And then we got Sin back.
Here's my problem with that. I'll tell you my problem is that the tag team division is so weak right now, and Sin Cara and Kalisto can be really
Sin
pretty.
Cara?
What's up with that?
No, that's just the merging of Sin Cara and Ryback. Sin Cara.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
No,
Okay.
no, they don't. They're not a tag team. He's just the reason I say that Sin Cara makes the heel turn is because he wants to have more attention than Kalisto. It'll make more sense because of the storyline that they're. The way that Ryback says, well, your partner's bringing you down, or you don't need a tag team partner, or something like that. And Sin Cara takes attention to that, and he just out of nowhere attacks Kalisto in the match when the referee's down. It'll make. I don't want to lose another
tag team.
Yeah, but what have they done as a tag team though in the last couple of months? They really haven't.
What have they done as singles in the last couple of years?
You got a point there. But it just if they randomly put him back into the tag team title hunt with Kalisto as the United States champion, that would just be or give Ryback the title fairly. It would just make the booking look stupid.
No, honestly,
they fucked it up. They fucked it up.
I think that would make the booking look stupid if Sin Cara had to run in and help Ryberg beat Kalisto. I think that would make it look stupid.
I thought that was a great call, but I just
that
don't.
Was a good call.
Here's my reason is solely that they need tag team wrestlers, and they do better as a tag team than one of them with the belt solo. So that's why I would not do that angle because they need the tag team.
I would have preferred to have seen them at least in the tag team contention, and it would have been better to see them hold that title rather than one of them hold one title. It just didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I don't get that. It would have been better if they were wrestling as a tag team. This Kalisto with the belt, it doesn't make any sense to me at all. And then to put him against Ryback is even more just enraging. I guess they wanted someone to put over Ryback, maybe, because I would assume after the stuff you've done with Ryback, with the change they've made to him and the shit they've done, that the idea would be to give him some kind of run with the title, and let's give him the weakest one we have. Although it was just kind of pumped up by Cena, but. Whatever the hell, they need tag team.
That was a great call. I didn't like the booking idea he had.
There's so many different things why I wouldn't want to do it that way. Although what he said, I actually don't like. I get what he's doing. Like that's a very, sort of typical wrestling angle. So I understand that, but I just think it's because.
But there's just no character in Sin Cara to pull something like that type of booking off. Like what? What are they going to do when they interview Sin Cara the next day? Do that.
Right.
Anyways, we can move on.
Well, no, I thank you for that. You sexy little boy.
Thank you for that.
You're really Justin Bailey. You are hot. Ever told you that?
You like that?
He's naughty. He's randy.
You're really a naughty one, aren't you?
I could use a great ripe spanking.
Yes, you want to be spanked.
Speaking of spanked, the next match that we're going to talk about is the New Day versus the League of Nations, baby.
Oh, this is
no interest whatsoever.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It definitely is horrible.
It's not like we had enough of that during Fastlane,
during
Roadblock, or U-turn, or Bump in the Road. Or Detour, or whatever fucking pay-per-view.
The tag belts aren't even on the line, Dave, are they? Is it not a 6-man tag?
I would assume the tag belts are on the line.
I believe the tag belts are though.
Why not put the tag belts on the line and have a 3-on-3?
No, okay. Well, let's say Joe and I are wrong and Justin Bailey's correct, and the tag titles aren't on the line. Why is this on our TV? Why are we being forced to watch this?
I don't know. I have no answer for that. League of Urination.
I would think that the League of Nations would face the Outcasts in the pre-show. That's what I would think. That's how I would have booked it. I would have put those two teams against each other in the first match of the night on the opening in the pre-show. And there's some people out there that wouldn't want that. The only reason I would do it is for poor Adam Rose and those guys who should be all handled better. Every one of these guys should have been handled better. And right now, all their stock is dead, and it's because of the way mostly they've been booked. You just look at Wade Barrett, the one of all of them that really should have been fine, and then because he gets injured, they take away his bad news gimmick, which is.
Well, I think he's actually very confident and happy with his role because he's done after WrestleMania, isn't he? He's going to leave them. His contract's over, and
I'm sure
looks like he's not renewing. So good for him, but because he's leaving a very toxic, backwards production.
Yeah, no, he is. He's sick of it, and you know what? It's the same thing as everybody else who ends up leaving. You look at everything CM Punk said. Apparently, is friggin' true.
What about Luke Gallows?
Well, Luke now he's the.
Yep.
Yeah.
TNA champ.
He's the champion.
The guy's done so much just because he was given that opportunity. And I know that doesn't relate to the WWE but the fact is he just was totally wasted when it came to the WWE. Given that one opportunity in another promotion, look at him now.
Yep, I think he looks good as the champion. Everything he does outside the WWE looks good. But in the WWE, it was a joke, and I don't know why. When he first debuted, it was okay, although I think his wrestling attire was terrible. But when he first debuted, he looked great. I'm like, this guy's going to be great. And then it was like all this talk about him being great and the chosen one and all this stuff. And it never went anywhere. How can you be the chosen one if you're never getting to do anything, really? I think they gave him... Did they give him the IC belt for like a second? I think I remember maybe that happened. But I don't know. It's crazy.
All right. Any other comments, Justin, on this lackluster match that should not even be on the show? It shouldn't even be on Superstars, but...
No, but did you say Luke Gallows earlier? Because I could have swore you're talking about Drew Galloway.
Drew Galloway. That's what I meant. See, yeah, I'm stupid.
Well, it's really close in names, so no, it's not stupid. I thought I heard it wrong.
No, I'm stupid, but that's a different story.
I do want to say regarding this
names
match,
aren't my forte.
What I would have done, as far as since we're doing the booking WrestleMania kind of thing, I would have taken the New Day, being Biggie and goddamn Kofi Kingston, since they're technically the champions, and put the Dudleys and the Usos in a match in like a triple or like a three-way kind of TLC kind of match, like, you know what I mean, for kind of a send-off for the Dudleys, because I don't think they're going to be around that much longer, because that would have been an interesting match. I would have been interested in like a TLC match between these three tag teams. I think that would have been a lot more interesting than what we have now.
Right. I think you're right.
So if I was booking it, I would put the belts on the line, the New Day to defending their belts against the Dudleys and the Usos in like TLC 3 or some shit, or just something along those lines.
That would be more enjoyable than just what is currently planned, which just it doesn't even seem worth its a house show. It's just that lackluster. It's why again?
Yeah, because all they really had to do, get Bubba Ray Dudley out there. He could get in the faces of the Usos and say, I've seen your kind come and go. You guys are only a flash in the pan, and you jackasses over there come out here dancing and shaking your ass every single Monday. What the hell happened to this tag team division? We're 9-time tag team champions, and come WrestleMania, we're going to show you the first ever 10-time tag team. You know what I mean? You can just build on
believable. That would be believable. But like the way that they disappear, the Dudley brothers, and now they're being reintroduced, it makes me question, does the WWE really have the confidence that they should have in these guys? 9 times, like you said. But the way that they disappeared, it just made you think, well, are they that weak? And now they're coming back for their opportunity? I just really hope that they're given that chance to look as strong as they are.
Right.
I think there's a possibility that WWE is a little bit bitter on the success they had in TNA.
Yeah, that's a good point. But
because
right now,
Bubba Ray Dudley, he had great success in TNA.
But think about it this way, and I want both of you guys to let me know if this is right or wrong. If the Dudley boys win the titles, the tag titles, and yet somehow the New Day becomes sort of a face, like a full face, rather than the trolley sort of heels that they are right now. Do you think that would be an actual good story? Like, would it actually build support for New Day as a face as opposed to what they are right now, which is more a tweenish type spot?
I don't know. It's I think a lot of things are booked like that because of the PG shit. You know, I mean, I think they really need to fix that. And if they fix that, a lot of these teams would be elevated. A lot of the wrestlers would be elevated if they took them out of this Candyland world that they're in and this overly scripted world. I think that's really, part of the big problem.
Mm-hmm. I agree with everything Joe said. Absolutely.
Damn it, son.
It's just hard to get
Tommy NC, 16,000 subscribers.
Jesus Christ. He's gained 2,000 subs in, 10 minutes?
Yep.
I agree with everything Joe had to say. It is hard for certain guys to get over in, like Joe, the analogy, in the Candyland era that we're in. It's such a childish environment for somebody to get over. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, but they need to do something. Let me go back to this Shane McMahon. If Shane McMahon doesn't go off the cage, are you going to be upset?
Whoa, that was a big hop.
Yeah.
We're going to almost to the end there, but
do I still think he's going to jump off the cage? What was the question?
Is he going to go off the cage? I don't think so. I think we're all
yes, I do think he's going to jump off the cage. Will I be disappointed? No, I'll be disappointed if the match doesn't have a climax. I don't want this just to be a match that randomly ends with like a tombstone and I want some sort of climax. Whether it be him off the cage, whether it be him through the ring, whether Shane flies off onto it, to hit an elbow on Taker through the table, doing his little signature, or even through the cage, like on the bottom level, like speared through the outside or something. Something climactic needs to happen because the storyline that's on the line, or I should say what's in the storyline that's on the line, is big. I mean, it's ownership of the company, technically. So something big has to happen.
I know he was asked about jumping off the screen or the Titantron thing there, or whatever what you call it, the big ass scoreboard in the middle of the place, one of the biggest things ever. It would be amazing if they got him up there somehow. Like, imagine if they figured out a way to get on top of that thing. Just imagine that. Like, it would be crazy. I mean, I don't think they'll do it. I almost am scared if they would do it, but it would be wild. Someone said Vince is going off the cage. Imagine Vince like, you're gonna throw me off the cage. Like, we're not doing that, Vince. We're not doing that. You're doing it, or I'll sell the company.
And Shane just kicks him off, like, it's your turn, old man.
Oh my
Kicks
God.
his ass off.
That would be friggin' crazy, man. Like, what? Anyway, where else do you want to go with this state of the WWE? Where else do you want to go?
Well, we got a lot more matches to go through.
Yeah. Next one, which should be a highlight, at least on paper. We'll see. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Do you think this is going to pre-show, or it's going to pre-show, right? It's not going to make the full show?
The information I have in front of me does not have it in the actual order, so unfortunately I do not know exactly. Last year it was, but this year, at least in the order that I've got it, it's not. I would love to see this if this was actually on the card rather than just being relegated to a pre-show, because not only is Andre the Giant somebody that should be remembered, but
of coverage. Not to mention the 2.5 hours that you're going to see the night before on NXT Dallas.
Yeah.
Hall of Fame.
In the Hall of Fame. Is that Hall of Fame's on Friday, right? Or is it Saturday?
I think it's Saturday night, but I could be wrong.
I really thought,
especially NXT now being a big thing, maybe it's going to be moved to Friday. But again, that's a 2-3 hour fucking deal. You're talking about literally 12 to 15 hours worth of fucking viewing. I mean, I can't believe people actually go there and they sit through all this shit.
Dude,
it's going to be a busy weekend for JCS.
I thought for sure that this was going to be like, that they were going to, that the NXT show was going to be on Saturday. I thought it was absolutely going to be Saturday, but I'd forgotten about the Hall of Fame. But couldn't the Hall of Fame be in the daytime earlier and then
I'm expecting that it's probably going to be later in the evening because they're usually dressed up out the tuxedos, and then afterwards they film themselves going to dinner and all that sort of shit. So it could be happening actually simultaneously, but I would actually expect it to be happening on Friday. It makes
everybody
sense
in the chat here seems to say it's Friday. That NXT
Hall of Fame's Friday, NXT Saturday, WrestleMania Sunday.
No, they're saying Hall of Fame is Saturday and NXT is Friday. That's what everyone in the chat is saying.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what they're saying in the chat.
Totally wrong.
Yeah. Well,
I'm looking at the chat right now. Yeah, NXT Dallas is on Friday.
That's cool.
Okay.
So there you go.
Isn't there
sounds like a
weird
fucking
start
awesome
time?
weekend nonetheless. Anyone who's got that ability to be down there dealing with that is, probably going to have a blast.
Isn't there a weird start time for NXT Dallas? Like, because it's usually 8 o'clock, right, for all the NXT events? Isn't it like 10 o'clock or some shit?
Yeah. It is. It's usually later. Oh, because they're in Dallas, you're right. It could be 10 o'clock. It could be later.
Hold on. 10 Central or 10 Eastern?
Well, no. It would be 10 p.m. Eastern time. It'd be like 8 Central. I would expect 8 Central. That's what I would expect.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
We'll see. It's 2 weeks away. We'll find out.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, what else we got here? What else we got to talk about here?
I mean, I think we kind of got everything on.
Well, there's that triple threat match. Actually, before we do that, there's the Usos versus Dudley Boyz.
I feel like we might possibly, this is just me here. I feel like we might possibly be talking a little bit too much about the card in full before our actual WrestleMania 32 pre-show.
Right.
Okay. Well,
I'm just saying we can talk about where the stories are at right now.
Let's talk
we still
about
have
this
2 more
then.
weeks of build.
Okay. Well, I've got something to bring up again. I bring up for the two of you because it's been something that's been on my mind, and both you, Justin, and JD from New York 206 have convinced me, and that's hard to do, to hold back my judgment on the whole situation of WrestleMania until after the fact, especially with Shane versus The Undertaker. They told me, wait, Dave, just let the build-up go, let it be told to you, and then make your judgment. So we're 2 weeks away from WrestleMania, and I do have to say that I'm extremely disappointed and concerned for WrestleMania with the Shane versus Undertaker match, and just wanted to know your thoughts, not only on the build towards this, but also as to whether or not I should continue to keep an open mind towards this match.
Okay, so yes, I guess myself and JD both did, but we did say to wait for the build, and I still stand by that. There are still 2 more weeks, and the go-home show, if they do it right, should be a very big statement, or staple for that matter, in the actual build-up for that storyline. However, to your credit, the time that's been expunged for this build thus far has been disappointing. They haven't added to the story in a sense of, oh, I get it now. No, that hasn't happened yet. Again, we have 2 more Mondays. We have tomorrow and then the following Monday to get some serious, steam in this storyline. While I still think you should be very open-minded regarding this match, because like I said, there's still 2 more weeks. It's okay to be concerned. I'm concerned as well at this point, but I'm still very optimistic because we still have plenty of time for this story to pick up steam.
They better get going right now, because right now it's basically just going off the stipulation. There's no other feelings here. Undertaker's like a hired gun who's not really saying much.
But to just quickly build on what Justin Bailey is saying, he had actually predicted that Shane McMahon does not win. At least that was the last time that we spoke about it. So what I'm curious about is, with all that build and your suspicion that he's not going to win, what's the point?
The point.
Are you asking me?
The point in the build? Yeah, you go ahead, Justin.
Yeah, Justin.
Well, it's in the direction that they're building. It's hard for me not to say that I don't think Shane will win. Because at this point, it's a 50-50 because of what we got so far. So I have to say it's probably a 50-50 at this point that Shane could win.
I really don't think that Shane's going to win, just because it doesn't seem to make sense to me that The Undertaker would lose at WrestleMania to Shane, and I just don't think it's going to happen. I really can't believe it. I think they're going to have this great match, or this hopefully great match, and then Shane's going to go away. But maybe he'll get into power some other way, or something like that. Maybe the
Now, gentlemen, the stipulations of the Hell in the Cell match is basically that you have to pin this individual, correct?
Yeah,
Or
you
do
have to pin them.
Yeah.
And I think you'll have to pin them inside the cage, right? Too, like in most of these things, like because they assume it's inside the cage. I don't know. Sometimes it's.
But is it essentially no disqualifications? Anybody can go into that cage, into the Hell in the Cell, and it doesn't sort of affect the stipulation, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
I'm starting to think that there's a potential that this storyline might be, and potentially would be, expanded by the involvement of somebody new, somebody different, somebody coming in to that Hell in the Cell and involving themselves. Because it just, to me, it doesn't make sense why they would just bring in Shane McMahon for this one event, especially if it's for the grand title of running Raw. You would think there'd be more to this. I really don't think this is just a one-off.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about that?
I'll be the first. Go ahead, Joe.
I just think that I think it is a one-off, to be honest. I mean, I can't see. To me, it's not 50-50. To me, it's 70-30. I think it's 70% Shane loses and he's out of here, and it was a little fun thing that they did. And then I think the 30% is that he does stick around and then he becomes the GM of Raw, whatever. And then we get that storyline going forward.
Yeah, but he can't win clean over The Undertaker.
I would assume that it would be something. I would assume. I mentioned this weeks ago as a kind of a joke, but I could totally see it happening. The Mean Street Posse coming out of nowhere and attacking the Undertaker, shit like that, just all kinds of shit. You know, and I don't you if Shane's not going to go off the cage and not do something crazy, which I don't think he'll do, then my opinion is there'll be some sort of interference. If Shane were to win, I would absolutely believe that there's somebody coming out there to help Shane, or Shane does something up his sleeve to get this thing going. Maybe, and I don't know what that thing is. I don't know if he called Stone Cold Steve Austin, because he could say at WrestleMania, he could say like, don't worry, I've got plans or something like that. And then all of a sudden, for Stone Cold to come out and stun The Undertaker or something like that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's stupid, but in Dallas, in Texas? Dallas? Imagine Steve Austin's music hits.
That would be crazy.
It would be crazy. Be fucking great. But I don't know.
I'm gonna reverse Joe's percentages, because Joe said he thinks it's a 30% chance that Shane wins and a 70% chance that Undertaker wins. I want to reverse those on my prediction. I think it's a 30% chance that Undertaker wins and a 70% chance that Shane wins this match. Due to interference, there's no way Shane is going to be booked to win clean over The Undertaker. That's just not going to happen.
Right.
Will not.
Right.
Mark my words, will not happen. However, I do think differently than Joe. I don't think this is a one-off for Shane. I think Shane is going to be here for a while.
I'm not done yet, buddy, but you can come in here.
If that's the case, because that's what I was always thinking, why bring in this name, bring up this hype, and not hold on to it for longer?
Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying is correct, in my opinion,
but you can come in here.
that they've got to keep this longer. And how can you do that? Well, if he's fired, that's not going to happen. He has to win. Well, he can't just win clean. There has to be some sort of interference. Has to.
The biggest slap in the face would be for Shane to come back, get the pop he got, do one match at WrestleMania, and then leave again. That would be a slap in the face to the fans.
That's what I was wondering if I was crazy, because everyone's like, well, no. It just didn't make sense for him just to come for the one-off. So it clearly, in my opinion, makes sense for him to continue on, at least somehow.
Right. I would agree with that. I think the one we gotta wrap it up soon, because Justin's gotta go. I gotta go. My kids are taking over. I have 3 kids looking like zombies wanting to break through the barricades to get to me right now. Hello, kids. Hello, children. Hi, Brenna. My kids are just climbing through the walls.
We'll have a very, very good WrestleMania 32 pre-show for the fans.
Yeah.
It won't just be a half-hour show. I'm sure it'll be a very extensive pre-show with a lot more insight and booking ideas from all of us.
All right, so let's let's talk about cover.
I want to talk about the women's match real quick, because I am very excited.
It's a triple threat match between Sasha Banks, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch.
I'm
the title.
Dude, I'm so damn excited for that. That is what I'm really looking forward to. That. Hey, nice bracelet. No, but I think it can be awesome. But I'm just worried. I'm really worried that Ric Flair and if Snoop Dogg is there, if some weird stuff ends up happening like that.
I think that this match is my second, like, that I'm really, really looking forward to. The match I'm looking forward to the most may surprise people, but it's actually Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar in a street fight. That's the one I'm really looking forward to.
Right.
That, and I'm really looking forward to the Divas match. As long as the Divas match is given the time that it deserves and the freedom those women deserve. And I think Triple H can instill the confidence that he has before from the NXT days and tell Vince, let these girls go out there. They've done it before. This match has happened before on a TakeOver event. The very same match we're about to watch.
Right.
And they're going to recreate that in front of 100,000 people. So as long as they're given the correct time that they need to get the match over and the emotion spread through the crowd so they can feel it with all three of these women, that'll be great. And also give them the freedom they need in order to get this match over. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be badass. And like I said, I'm just really looking forward to it.
I'm really looking forward to that one too. That's one that I feel like I am worried that if they mess anything up or they do too much interference, but if they can just go out there and destroy, they have a chance to steal the rest of the show at WrestleMania or to be one of the top matches. They really do.
Yeah.
They really fucking do. Thank you, Chris Sellers, for subscribing to me, by the way. Thank you guys for that. Go on Drama Alert. Well, maybe I will. We'll see what happens. I don't know what's going on. I'm really just kind of the third man involved in that. So, but I know.
And the last match that we should be talking about, because we already talked about Shane versus Taker, is Triple H versus Roman Reigns.
Okay, this is
I don't think we have enough time to talk about this match.
We can do it quickly, and we'll do a more elaborate breakdown. But let me say this. I absolutely believe they need to build this thing up. Let these fans just freak out. Let Roman Reigns win and make us angry. That will make us. We will be at a boiling point if he wins, right? So let that happen, and then the next night on Raw, go with that heel turn. That's exactly what I would do. Because there's not a whole lot of other stuff you can do. Because anything else, someone said what if Triple H laid down and then they gave the belt to Reigns? Like, it was a big thing, and that's why he put him in the matches and everything. I think that's a little weird. There's just a lot of holes in that situation. I think it'd be better to just organically have Roman be like, it's me versus the fans, not the authorities involved. And if Shane were to take over, and then Roman was the heel, and we didn't have the authority anymore, and Shane had to manage this heel, who was the champion. That would be really interesting. I think that would be good, but it would build over the next few nights organically after WrestleMania. So, I mean, what do you think about that? Bitch.
I think it sounds pretty good. I like the way it sounds. Obviously, the heel part of the Roman Reigns heel turn is, great. That is literally something. I can't remember a time when something was so just like in your face that needed to happen, but just isn't happening. Roman Reigns doesn't like, there's no ands or buts about it. He has to turn heel.
Yeah.
There's no other option for this guy.
He actually has to do, because he's dead right now. This is fucking dead. This is a dead baby face. This is a forcibly made baby face that isn't working. It's not working at all. Not even close to what the WWE wants.
What's funny is the last Monday Night Raw.
Dave, before you say this, I think Vince. The reason why Philly cheered was because Vince was over in Philly. I think they were so happy to see Vince involved in a storyline.
Barely.
That's what I think it was in Philly. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, they weren't very loud when it came to him, but anyways, I called it even before it fucking happened. With all the heat before Monday Night Raw, I said to myself, there's no chance in hell when Roman Reigns comes out, because I knew he was coming out. There's no chance he's coming out through the crowd. They'll kill him. They'll crucify him. They'll rip him apart. He is coming out through the front. Yeah. It's over with this fucking gimmick, at least in that way, and he's gonna do that, and that's exactly what happened. Because if he had come through the crowd, they probably would have fucking skinned him alive.
Yeah, but even when he was being hated, he was still coming out through the crowd. So I'm not really sure, where this is coming from. To me, it just seems like they're going heel. But yeah, they probably were afraid of the attendance numbers at this year's WrestleMania and what would happen when Roman goes through the crowd. And I also think it's a tip-off of them saying, this is what we're doing. You know what I mean? Like, it's really leading us down that road. And I think that's where we're going.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
I know that we really didn't get to do a whole lot today because we all have our constricted schedules here, but we did want to come on here and give you some kind of talk here, and so I hope we did enough things. I do want to give one more shout out. Someone says, look at Tommy NC's live subscriber count. He's killing it. He's up to 18,000 subs, guys. 18,000 subs.
So just like the exploding head says in the movie with I can't remember what it's called. Fuck.
Oh, I don't remember either.
With Arnold Schwarzenegger on
yeah.
Mars.
Yeah, it's something a surprise or something.
Yeah.
Check it out. This morning, Tommy NC 2010 had 4,900 subs. I remember when he used to say, Joe, I wish I had as many subs as you. Well, I think he's going to have more subs than me when the night is over. By the way, I do want to make a couple quick statements on this since we're live and in front of everybody. In my opinion, I don't want anybody to be, gone after for anything. I just wanted to protect my friend who has autism and was being under attack and being not just people writing KYS. That's not what they did. They gave him death threats. They sent stuff to his email. They did something like that. I don't know what they did exactly, but it was more than just writing a comment. You think anybody would I wouldn't freak out over a comment. If anything, this other channel, Leafy gave him viewership. So that's not a problem. But I just had to stick up for my friend. And that video from him was awful, but it's amazing that the community has actually stepped up to support him, and we've known Tommy on my channel for over 2 years now, and he's a fucking great guy, and it's a lot of fun. I can see how they could misconstrue things, and I also don't believe in censorship. A lot of people say, Joe, would you want no one to be able to talk about anybody? No, I don't. I think you can talk about people, but be prepared for someone to talk back about you. That's all. If you talk about somebody, someone else is going to talk back about you. I mean, that's all there is to it. Also, I don't think Keemstar did anything at all. I think his fans went after Tommy because people started tweeting at them, and it became this big fucking thing. But that's what they all do, is they rage and shit about this stuff. And that's what's happened. But I don't think that either one really did anything completely malicious. I just think that their fans do, and they know their fans will, and they don't care. And that's, I think, what the problem was. But that's pretty much all I got to say about it. And I want everybody to continue to be able to make their content on their shows. I listen to the Leafy guy. I think he's pretty funny with his gaming shit. I think he's being a little harsh on some people, but what the fuck, dude? I am the last one to talk because I'm a crazy son of a bitch. And most of the stuff I do on my channel is a joke, and people don't even understand that. I just made a video where I smash a water bottle, and I was talking about going after some guy, Jeffrey. I don't give a shit. I'm not fucking serious. It's a fucking joke. I want to make people laugh. How funny is it to see a grown man get angry and then smash a fucking water bottle with a purple baseball bat? I mean, if you don't know that's a joke, then you're fucking crazy. Just like Leafy's videos are fucking jokes too. But the problem is the fans who are telling Tommy to kill himself and going after him and all these crazy fucking things. And apparently, I'm not the only. All these big YouTubers today are recognizing that. So that's very interesting to me, and I wanted to comment on it because it's something that's going on right now. That being said, I don't know what else to say. I'll be on Tommy NC 2010's show tonight. I told him I'd be on his show yesterday morning. When he called me upset yesterday, and he was crying and he was shaking on the phone with me, I told Tommy NC 2010 that I would do a show with him. And then I said, Tommy, why don't you make a video and explain why? Because he didn't want to make videos. He was supposed to do videos, and he was afraid that the subs that do care about him were going to be mad that he didn't make a video. Because what happens is when Tommy doesn't make a video, a lot of his subs will be like, where's your video, you said? So he felt pressure. He shouldn't have, but because Tommy's the way he is, he felt some pressure on that. And I said, you know what, Tommy, make a video explaining your situation. So he made a video, and I helped him put it up with a title because he can't do that. I told him, go just put it up there and go for it. And that fucking video is at 200,000 views right now. It's unfucking believable. And but he was real. I didn't expect him to do that. He was really upset and emotional in the video. What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at the amazing attention that this shit has got.
I know, right? Like, what the fuck happened, dude? And this is like the 15th time that someone has attacked Tommy like this, by the way. Or not someone, but people on YouTube have attacked Tommy NC 2010. I mean, the guy was on Tosh.0 and he got less heat than this on he was on fucking Tosh.0 being made fun of by Tosh in a nice way, though. It was funny making fun of him. And now it's like And he got like 1,000 subs from that. Like, and this is just fucking taken off of fucking into the atmosphere. I don't know what's going on, but a big shout out to everybody. And I like, again, like I said, I like everybody's channels, and I really don't think anybody should be fucking bullied or attacked on any sides of anything. And that's really about it. But I just wanted to make sure that I defended my friend Tommy NC 2010, because he's been there for me with certain things. And I'm just sick of this guy. Whenever Tommy uploads a video, it gets 150 dislikes and 30 likes. He gets dislikes on every one of his videos. For the last 3 years, this guy makes a nice video, it gets like hundreds of dislikes and then 20 likes. And then people shit on him left and right. They take advantage of him because of he doesn't understand certain things, and it's unbelievable what happens to him. So for me today to look at his video and see 7,000 likes and 200 dislikes, I've never seen anything like that on his channel. And so that kind of I think that is really nice. We'll see what comes of it. But guys, thanks for watching State of the WWE episode number 55. I know it was a bizarre episode, but impromptu live. This is why we don't do it live. By the way, it's way better when we tape it. But we got more to talk about. We'll see what happens tomorrow night. We'll be live after Monday Night Raw tonight on my channel to break down Monday Night Raw. And I hope you guys have a good day, and I hope you see me tonight around 9 or 9:30 on Tommy NC 2010's channel. I'll be doing a show with him and getting his reaction to all this shit that's been going on. And
fans are wanting to know if this show is going to be live.
Oh, tonight with Tommy's channel?
Yes.
Yes, it will be live. It will be a Google Hangout.
And what time did you say?
I think it's 9 or 9:30. I can't exactly remember what he said. So just be ready to look around 9 o'clock on Tommy NC 2010's channel. It could be 9:30.
There you go, guys, in the chat.
So everybody knows now. I'll be on there tonight to talk to him, and we'll have a lot of fun. And I might even maybe I'll cut myself live on the air. No sold. Justin, you think I should do that? I'll teach people.
I think you should mutilate your dick.
I'll teach people how to blade in wrestling.
Speaking of no sold,
you should be charging for that, man. That's some good quality advice.
Yeah. Or maybe I'll use the Byron Saxton.
No, you got to tell Byron Saxton that. Give him a discount for his stupidity.
Jesse, how you feeling today? How's the world going for you?
I think you should do your idea, but you should do it a Bill of the Butcher style. Teach them, but like just grate their fucking face with a fork and then be like, there, you see, you bladed.
No, right. You forgot to mention infect them with hepatitis.
I won't blade. Yeah. Hepatitis. That's disgusting, man.
You didn't know about that?
Oh yeah, that's right. Or the butcher.
Yep.
That's right. Because
he knew about it. Yeah, no.
Yeah, they won that lawsuit too.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, not really.
Life's a motherfucker.
And yet Kamala got his legs chopped off, man. That's not fair.
That's gross, man. I feel so bad.
And the Sheik wishes he did.
It may still happen. He may get his wish.
Or fucking
dude,
you're a true lover.
Live, and can you imagine, like, because I was like, you know why he won't do the show? Because my mom was wondering. I said that's because he needs drugs. Like he probably wants some drugs first. So it's like, we'll do donations. Get him as much drugs as he wants.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I think if he was on a live fucking interview, it would be the most insane shit ever. Right.
Well, I agree with you, man. I think that's I think it would be insane. Thank you guys for being here. We got to get the hell out of here quickly. Justin's got to go to work. I got to do things. Thanks for being here. Thanks for subscribing. Click that like button. We'll see you next time.
Cronin Show.
Peace. Hooters.
Joe Cronin Show. A wrestling podcast with attitude.
This show is not for the weak at heart. Mature audiences only. Call the show 339-226-6610.